PAX East 2017 is come and gone, and this year I managed to go for 2 days instead of just one. This year I went on Friday by myself, and Saturday with my friend Jess. She's not much of a gamer, so she made for a great camera person. We both had a really good time, we played a lot of games, and on top of that, we saw a lot of cosplayers, a lot of really energetic people, and it was just a blast. And I love PAX East, which is why I decided to make a video just like last year, and I'm making another one this year. These are my top 10 games from PAX East 2017. Oh, and a quick thing before I start the list, I just want to point out that I didn't get to play every game there. I only got to play about 30. The list of the games I did play are in the description down below, so if you want to see why your favorite game isn't on this list, you might want to check down there first before raging at me in the comments. Please, thanks, okay. Enjoy the list, starting with number 10, which is Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom by Game Atelier. This is a 2D cartoony platformer in which you can use different characters to achieve different goals. I played the demo as a frog, which has a lot of unique platforming mechanics with its tongue, some attacks with its tongue, and also its sword. It was a really, really beautifully drawn world, which I think is why I decided to put it on this list. The gameplay was fun, if a little stale, but the game isn't coming out until later this year, so they have some time to work out the kinks. Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom gets number 10, no doubt. Number 9 is Gang Beasts by Bonelo Studios. This is a game that's been in early access on Steam since about 2014, but it's coming to the PS4 this month, and on top of that, it's coming on Steam at some point, I'm not sure when, but this game was super fun. Jess and I got to play it, we both had a really good time. You just kind of try and take people and throw them off the ledge with your floppy bodies, and it's just a really good game. Honestly, I could see this being a Mario Party minigame that's been expanded into a huge, huge experience. Now, it's not fully finished, and it does have some errors that they'll need to work out before launch, but at the same time, it's a really fun game, and if you have the chance, I definitely recommend you check it out. Number 8 is Lawbreakers. This is a game being developed by Boss Key and directed by Cliff Bleszinski. Bleszinski, the Gears of War guy. Yeah, him. This game was really unique and interesting. It combines regular first-person shooter gameplay with a lot of gravity-defying mechanics. Every character has your typical arsenal of guns and just run around, shoot, capture objectives, this whatever. But every character also has 2 unique abilities. One is movement-based, so things like being able to dash, being able to release gravity for a little while, stuff like that, being able to fly around the map. It's really, really cool. And others are things like shields and extra power-ups and things like that. I only got to play one match, which I won, just throwing that out there. But it was a really, really fun game, and I definitely recommend you check it out. This is definitely something that I'm looking forward to, seeing as how it's going to be released this year, apparently. You really never know. In at number 7 is Distance by Refract Studios. This game is another one that's been in early access since 2014, but they have been busy. This is a game where you race your car, and that seems pretty simple until you hit the jump button twice, and you fly. Yep, you can fly at any time, and it's also a driving game, and it is awesome. The visuals are great. It's got this really unique style that's kind of like Tron, but also original. I am so excited because it's got its own level editor with over 100 levels already built in, which the game developer might have said over 1,000. I can't quite remember. It was 2 whole days ago. I mean, come on, guys, give me a break. But, yeah, really fun game. Definitely recommend you check it out. In at number 6 is Donut County. This game is Katamari Damacy for a new age. You start out as a little tiny donut hole, and what you can do is just take things and just run under them, and you kind of suck them into your hole. I'm sorry, I'm trying so hard not to make this dirty, but your hole, you suck things in to make yourself bigger, and you can suck in bigger things, and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's kind of like Katamari Damacy in that you slowly get bigger, and you can start absorbing the things that you were running from seconds earlier. It's just a really unique concept, a really unique art style, and something that I recommend you check out. In at number 5 is Gran Turismo Sport by Polyphony Digital. This game is coming out, obviously, just for the PS4, but it is gorgeous. It is such a pretty racing game. I've heard rumors that it's going to be in VR, and if those are true, this is going to be the best racing game I have ever played, because it's not just beautiful, but the way you can choose the weather you want to drive in, the conditions you want to drive in, the realistic feel of how you drive the car. I may not be much of a car guy, but I know a good game when I see one, and this was super fun, and I can't wait to play Gran Turismo Sport when it comes out at some point this year. In at number 4, and I don't know why golf games have been featured both on last year's list and this year's list, but this year it's Party Golf by Giant Margarita Games. It came out last year, but this game was super fun. It's a 2D style golf game where everybody golfs simultaneously. So it's kind of got like a Worms feel in that that's how you launch yourself, your ball. And at the same time, it's a race to the finish. So it's just a unique take on golf, but the real selling point is just how many modes there are in this game. Seriously, if you don't believe me, check out the trailer, because this game has so many different things and so many different ways you can play. I definitely think this is one that more people should be checking out, and that's why it gets the number 4 spot on this list. In at number 3 is Aftercharge by Chain Awesome Games. This is an asymmetrical multiplayer game that's coming out for PC, and according to the guy I talked to at the booth, maybe console? You have invincible human beings versus invisible robots. The robots are trying to destroy these cores, and the humans are trying to kill all the robots. However, if a robot gets killed, their friend can revive them. But if the robot starts to attack the cores, they become visible. It's a really cool power play of the game. Now, we won in our human match pretty quickly, but at the same time we managed to hold our own for quite a while as the robots, and we still got creamed, but I definitely think with a little bit of tweaking, maybe making the robots have a bit more health, or maybe a bit less cooldown after they become visible, I think that this game could become the next big thing in asymmetrical multiplayer. And I can't wait to see what it looks like in its release in 2018. Coming in at number 2 is Shoe, and I did not just do that for the rhyme. It's made by Coat Sync Games, and it came out last year. It's a gorgeous 2D platformer with different abilities, and honestly I didn't really get to play all that much. I got to play through one level, but that one level, the only way I could describe how fun it was to play is it felt like playing Rayman Legends in a lot of different ways. It's a gorgeous game, it's just a blast, and you have these really unique abilities, and I can't wait to give it a shot when I have the chance. Shoe is definitely number 2. Before I say number 1, I want to point something out. I have a thing for board games. Didn't used to have one, but I have grown to love board games over the last year or so, and number 1 is the only board game I actually played at PAX East. This is a game called Echo, and it was a super fun and unique board game experience. So the game starts out and you can set up this world kind of like Catan, in that you have like all these different panels that you can place down, and there's your board, and it's randomized every time. Then 2 to 4 people can put down their king along with all of their other pieces onto this board, kind of like chess, but everything is covered. And it's got this really cool thing where you can either win by points or by eliminating your opponents. I know that's not perfectly unique, but it was really fun to play. It was me, the developer Henry, I think his name was, and Jess. And we had so much fun with this game. It was really complex but super simple to learn. Like, we played the entire demo round in about 15 minutes, even though the actual game should take about 45 to an hour, and it was really fun. And I pretty much had a feel for the game after only 15 minutes of playing. It's definitely one that I want to keep an eye out for, and it comes out this month, so I'm gonna pick it up at some point. Echo, congratulations, you get number 1. So those are my top 10 games from PAX East 2017. Were you there? Let me know if you were, and if you were, let me know what your favorite game was. Are there any games on this list that you're excited for? Let me know in the comment section down below, like this video and share it to spread the love, subscribe for more gaming goodness, and as always, have a mighty nifty day today.